In this video, we'll highlight functions within Accounts Receivable, Accounts Payable, and the General Ledger, the three primary components of DockMaster's financial management systems. In Accounts Receivable, you can perform tasks such as creating miscellaneous charges, creating cash receipts when collecting payments from customers, creating credit memos, and generating statements for your customers. In cash receipts, I can create a new batch, and automatically it will associate my clerk ID within that batch. I enter the customer paying the money into the customer ID box, and I can create a reference number for this particular cash receipt. I can see what the customer's account balance is in the upper right-hand corner, so I immediately know how much money they owe on account. Next, I'll choose the pay type, which could be something like cash, check, or credit card, and I'll enter in the amount that my customer is paying and a brief description in the description box. In the bottom portion of the screen, I can individually choose invoices, or I can auto-select invoices to allocate the funds against rather than entering each one in manually. Using auto-select will allow me to apply funds received to invoices already in the system, selecting the oldest invoices first and applying amounts until they are closed. I can easily remove an invoice from the auto-selected list as well if for some reason I don't want the funds to be applied to a particular invoice. After reviewing invoices in the grid, I click the Update button to process the cash receipt. The batch is still open, so I can repeat this process as needed for any other customers. Once I've completed the batch, I will click the Post button at the top of the screen, which posts those cash receipts to the General Ledger. After posting, the screen will identify the posting date towards the bottom of the form. Also within Accounts Receivable, I can check a customer's balance through the Invoice Inquiry function. I have entered in my customer number, and I can see that the customer that just submitted payment through cash receipts now has a current balance that reflects that payment being made. The cash receipts function also allows you to print out accounts receivable statements for an individual customer, a list of customers, or for all customers. In this example, I'm printing the statement for the customer who just paid against their account. So I've entered in the current statement date, a last statement date, and their customer number. I then click Print at the top of the screen to generate a PDF with my company's logo. It lists out all of the open invoices for this customer with what's been paid and the current breakout on the statement of what is 30, 60, or 90 days due at the bottom. The Accounts Payable function has the ability to maintain invoices, list invoices, and post invoices for vendors. Here I've listed an invoice from a vendor, and I can see the vendor ID and name at the top, along with their account number and the invoice number. I can enter in a description, select a tax schema, and enter the amount due. Once I actually post the AP invoices, I can generate checks through the DockMaster menu for check processing. The Accounts Payable module also includes a variety of reports, including some to list open invoices and to review aging invoices. The General Ledger module includes an administrative capability as well as a number of GL inquiry functions, journal listing functions, and reports. Within GL inquiry, I can search for an account number, and the system will display the opening balance, budget, debits, and credits for each period for my account. I can drill down into a specific period by either clicking on that period within the top portion of the screen, or I can specify a start and end date in the account detail section and click Display Detail button. Under Reports, I can generate a trial balance report, summary income and expense statement, a balance sheet and P&L, as well as a number of other financial statements completely customizable for the business. The trial balance, for example, can be generated by date here, and I've entered the starting and ending date and clicked on Print to view my report. This concludes the overview of some of the high-level financial management options available within DockMaster. To schedule a demo with our team, please visit DockMaster.com.